everybody, I am so glad to be back with you for this video, and if you want to hear about one of my current favorite products, it's really the focus of this whole video, and it is the Nude Tude palette from the Balm Cosmetics. And you know, I've been kind of into all the great nude eyeshadow palettes lately, and this is what this one looks like. I just fell in love with this when I got it about a week ago. I've been using it ever since. I traveled this past weekend. This was the only eyeshadow product I took with me, which is rare. I normally take way too much, but I knew that this had everything I wanted in it. And to sum up this palette, how I feel about it, I feel like the quality of these shadows is right up there at the same level as Urban Decay, but comparing this to like the Naked 1 and the Naked 2, I like the configuration of shadows. I like the colors they give you best in this palette over those. I love the amount of light, medium, and dark shades you get. Standoffish is a gorgeous kind of like pinky peach shimmer. Sultry is like the perfect matte brown. I like the mid-tone shades Selfish and Sophisticated. I think those are very wearable. Just throw those two together for a day-to-day easy eye look. And Sexy, Serious, and Sleek. All really, really rich matte shades. And with this look today, you're going to see how those matte shades can function as a liner. I'm not bringing in any outside liners for this look because these shades are so saturated they can work really well as your eyeliner. First off, I primed my lid with some Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Just pat that all over the space from your eyelid up to your brow bone. Then I'm using a great brush. It's actually just the store brand sold at Target, and it's just called a smudge brush, but it's a great smallish eyeshadow brush. I just have found so many functions for this. But I'm going to take the shade Selfish, which is a pretty taupe color, and just put that down all over my eyelid. Then using that same brush, I'm going to go into Silly, which is a pretty kind of sparkly deep plum. It sort of reminds me of one of my favorite MAC colors called Beauty Marked, and I'm going to pat that on the outer part of my eyelid. And then because I have so much control with that little brush, I'm just going to sort of pull the color up a little bit into the crease. Then just grab any fluffy crease brush and just really go over the outer edge of that color to blend it out and smooth it out a little bit. Using that same big brush, I'm going to go into the shade called Sexy, which is that pretty matte plum color that I think is just so beautiful. And when you wear it kind of sheer like this, like you could definitely pack it on with more intensity, but I'm just using it with that big brush, just going back and forth throughout the crease, and just, it only takes a teeny bit. With all these shades, it only takes a little. For a highlight, I'm using pretty much my favorite light shade in this palette, which is Standoffish. It's a beautiful thing to put on your area right under your eyebrows. So just take a fluffy brush that you've cleaned off and just sweep that under the brow. I'm also going to use that same shade with a smaller brush to go right around my tear duct area. Instead of reaching for a separate eyeliner, I thought, why not use these wonderful deep dark matte colors as liners themselves? So I'm using one of the new Sigma Performance brushes. This is the smudge brush. It's really small. It's great for getting a not too harsh but very defined line around your eye. So I am using Serious, which is the matte black, and I'm going to take that on my lower lash line and really get the most concentration of color right on the outer part, and then just take whatever's left, just continue smudging, smudging, smudging toward the inner corner. And then it's going to be the same kind of concept on the upper lash line. You're going to get the highest concentration of color where you first put your brush. So we want that on the outer part, and then keep smudging inward till you kind of run out of shadow, and that's the look. And then if you want to, you can sort of use that little brush to buff out the shade in the corner and just make it a little bit deeper there. I also chose to line my inner rim with a sort of off-white liner. I used the L'Oreal Double Extend Eye Illuminator. It's a double-ended thing, but I find myself using that lighter end when I just want a little bit brightened up eye look. And then I curled my lashes. I applied a couple of coats of the Sephora Atomic Volume Mascara, which is kind of like, it seemed to have this sort of comb-like brush that gives me a lot of nice length. So I enjoy that. And then my favorite standby for lower lashes is the Maybelline Lash Discovery small brush. Doesn't clump up, doesn't smudge, so I really, that's my go-to for lower lash mascara. So I hope you enjoyed this look. I just really wanted to kind of give you my take on this palette and demonstrate how some of my favorite colors in it work. There's not a bad shade in the bunch. There's not a dud in here that I would point to and say, well, they really kind of missed the boat on that shade. I really like them all, and I like how easy they are to use and to blend. They're nice, soft, pigmented colors, and I love that you're getting dark shades, some great medium colors, and it's just, I love the way it's all been put together. As far as what else is on my face, I used my Neutrogena Healthy Skin Foundation, and I used my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer just to warm things up a bit. And for my blush, Physicians Formula Happy Booster, just to give a little bit of an illuminated rosy glow. Didn't really use a highlight because this has sort of some glow, some pearly glow to it. And then for my lips, I used Revlon Color Burst Lip Butter in Peach Parfait. So it's giving me that peachy natural shine. So I would love to hear what some of your current favorite palettes are to use. I know the nude palettes are huge right now, whether it's this one or the naked palettes or whatever. I have done a video on drugstore nude eye palettes. So if you're trying to save some money, you know, there are a lot of options in the drugstore too. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.